Hello again and welcome back to the channel. Today I just got around to, well actually this week I just got around to start working on the Studio A810 that I showed you in a couple of videos ago. This is a recorder that I've been salivating on for several years, and actually this is the very first Studio A810 that I actually see in person. And I took on the monumental task of recapping the thing. A lot of work was done to it prior to me getting the deck, but they said that it was recapped and everything worked fine. The deck was working fine, yes, but upon inspection I see a lot of the original caps on the boards, like the drive board, the this is the stabilizer board and so forth. So I had to go in, inspect the boards properly, and then I started to pulling out the capacitors and testing them to make sure they're bad, or if they're good. If they're good, I don't change them, but if they're bad, I usually I do change them. So what happened was, in pulling the boards, right, actually this basis board here, this is the main board that everything is plugged into. This board was totally recapped. You could see brand new caps on it, and I tested all of them, and those are perfect. But on the other boards, nothing was done in terms of caps. Oh, I might add, the only cap that was replaced are these X3 X2 caps right here. These were replaced, right? These were replaced. So I didn't have to replace those because it's already done. So I proceeded in pulling out the caps, and all these caps are out of specification. All of them, every single one of them. So I'll give you an example. Okay, for example, I'm gonna hope you can see this. Let's see. This where you can see it. Okay, all right. This is my cap meter. Yes, sir. Now this cap is a 470 microfarads, 10 volts. Right, 470 microfarads, and it's showing me 85 microfarads, 85.9 microfarads. Another one, I'll try this one. This is 100 microfarads. This is showing me 54 microfarads. I hope you can see that. Okay, 54 microfarads. And let's do one more. This is 220 microfarads, and it's showing me 158 microfarads. Right. Even though the ESR is pretty good, 0.08 ohms, that's pretty good in terms of ESR, but the value of the cap is way off. And every single one of them in this jar is like that. and they were all pulled from the boards. So even though someone said that the deck is recapped and all that stuff, it's all good. It works fine, yes. But you know, seeing that I'm gonna keep this deck, I thought I'd just go through it thoroughly and do a proper maintenance on it. Right. The only thing I did not touch was the capstan motor and the reel motor, because those are so quiet. They are just dead quiet. You know, normally they did say that they rebuild the motors, and I believe them. It's just dead quiet, no sound, no nothing. It's just dead quiet, all three of them. So I didn't need to do that. And the motor run caps, so big oil filled caps in here, I did not change those because those are solid. I pulled it out, inspected it, no drips, nothing. It just solid. So no need to replace that. So I leave them alone. And based on advice I get from guys on the tapehead.net forum who are expert in maintaining these decks, they recommend that if these caps are not leaking, just leave them alone. Another thing was the tantalum caps, these orange caps right here, in here. And if you can see them, I'll pull this thing a little bit closer so you can see the tantalum caps. So these, right? I said don't touch those caps if they're not bad. And I went through and I tested them, and everything is up to snuff. So no need to change them. So so that's where I'm at with this tutor. I put back everything together. Like I said, it would be a very difficult task for me to be working and making a video at the same time with a deck that I'm not familiar with. This is the very first studio I ever touched. So I took my time to go to pull these cards and recap them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is oh, I even recapped the display board for the buttons. There are some caps behind there you have to change. I change them all out. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the tension, these bearings in here. These bearings, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of making a shh noise when I turn it. It's supposed to be dead quiet. So I'm gonna change those. I already ordered them on eBay. So these two change. Well, actually, it's two in each. Two bearings in each of these. So gotta change those out. While I'm at it, and I can just show the bearings to you, because a lot of people might be curious as to these bearings. So this is one bearing here, and there's a spring behind it. So if you're going to do this, be careful the spring don't fly out on you. There's a spring behind here, and another bearing behind here. So we have two bearings in each of these. So they're not as like give me a nice solid gummy feel, you know, just have a shh. So what that is, if you when you like, for example, fast forwarding the tape, you will hear them. I don't want to hear that. And then what else? And then pretty much the deck will be up. The previous owner, they had the brakes refurbished and all that. I see evidence of that, so no need to touch it. So to be honest, with the exception of the caps, you know, that I changed out, the deck is in tip-top order. So I will when these bearings come, I will put them in and might do another video on it. Don't know yet. And then I will have to recalibrate the deck. I've never calibrated one of these before, but I have the manual, which is a huge thing. Where is it? Okay. This is the manual. It's like 400 pages. Printed it out and then I put the tabs in so I know what's what. Everything is in the manual, but you have to take your time and go through it, you know, because this is a virgin deck for me, so I'm in no hurry. So okay, what else? Well, I'm looking forward to this deck. Looking forward to completing it and listen to some music on it. I'll be recording at 7.5 mostly. I might try some 15 IPS, but to save tape, I asked this question about recording music at 3.25 inch per second on these decks. A lot of people told me they have done it and they like the sound of it. You know, it sounds real good, but I will be trying that myself to see how it sounds to me. But 7.5 inch per second is the sweet spot. 15 sounds awesome, but it eats up a lot of tape. One 10-inch tape is taking what, 45 minutes, you know. On the 7.5 it will do 1.5 hours, and the 3.75 it doubles that to about 3 hours per side. Well, it's this is a 2-track deck, so it's only one side of the tape. So what I'll be doing now is just go through and just do my regular cleaning, clean out all the, you know, extra dust inside. You know, it's not too bad. It's pretty decent, but you know me, I'm anal about cleaning these things, so I like to let it be shiny and nice. All right, thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye. Okay, one thing I forget to mention is that the head block was sent out to JRF Magnetics in New Jersey to be relapped. So Jeffy did a fantastic job on this, and he aligned the heads and mounted it on the block, and everything is awesome. And there is the amplifier, the preamp right here, preamp board right here behind this cover. There are 2 caps behind it, and those caps were replaced, and they again too, their values were out also. So every cap that I came across, the value, with exception of the basis board, the values were out of specification, so those were replaced. So now I have a close to new heads on this Studio A810, and I'll be looking forward to putting it all together as soon as I get these. The pinch roller also. I bought brand new pinch roller. These come all the way from Germany. Brand new pinch rollers for the deck. So This deck is gonna be tight when I'm finished with it. Yeah. So basically everything that needs to be replaced were replaced, so I'm quite happy. Alright YouTube, thanks you again. Bye out.